throughout history, humanity has gazed at the sky and dreamed of reaching the stars. But what if that dream had come true 1,000 years earlier? What if ancient Greek science had never been lost? Could we now be living in the depths of space? Ancient Greece was not only the cradle of philosophy, but also the birthplace of science. Archimedes, Euclid, Hipparchus. They made groundbreaking discoveries in mathematics, physics, astronomy, and engineering. They knew the Earth was round, calculated the phases of the moon, and even designed steam-powered mechanical devices. But this scientific revolution was lost in the shadows of the Dark Ages. The decline began after Alexander the Great's death, continued with the rise of the Roman Empire, and ultimately led to the intellectual stagnation of the Middle Ages. If history had taken a different path, could we have advanced our technology 1,000 years earlier? What if ancient Greek science had never been lost? What if the Roman Empire had embraced and expanded upon it instead of suppressing technological progress? In the realm of possibilities, let's imagine the consequences of such a reality. First, the Industrial Revolution could have begun 1,000 years earlier. The Greeks had already developed water-powered machines. If these had been further refined, we could have seen the first steam locomotives in the 600s and massive factories in the 800s. If their knowledge of astronomy had continued to grow, telescopes could have been invented 1,000 years before Galileo. The revolutionary ideas of Copernicus, Kepler, and Newton might have been discovered centuries earlier. By the 1000s, instead of just observing space, we might have been planning how to get there. If ancient Greek engineering had kept advancing without interruption, mechanical clocks could have been invented in the 400s, flying machines in the 800s, and rockets by the 1000s. History's greatest technological leaps have always been driven by industrial and scientific revolutions. If these had occurred 1,000 years earlier, the moon landing might not have happened in 1969, but in the year 1000. Mars colonization could have already been an ordinary part of human civilization. In this timeline, the space age wouldn't have started in the 1900s. It might have begun in the 900s. Today, we might not be living on Earth at all, but on another planet. In reality, science has been interrupted and slowed down many times throughout history, yet despite these setbacks, humanity eventually reached space. Still, if ancient Greek science had never been lost, our world might look completely different today. Would we now be among the stars? We'll never know for sure.